I thought that road trip we were going to hit rock bottom. We did. We hit rock bottom. It got lower. The bottom dropped.
It got
out.
lower. It got lower versus San Diego.
Yep.
It absolutely
right now
got lower.
it's one of the lowest points I've seen this team in a very long time.
Do you fire him? Do you fire him?
They might have to.
This is Terry Collins.
I don't know how he made it this
You have to
long.
fire Terry Collins.
You might. Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're not gonna have a choice. He's so screwed. It's not his fault. Just so screwed.
Do you know how much
Who's taking
hope
over?
we had?
Who takes over? I don't know who the hell is his assistant. Who the hell's the assistant coach?
Tim Tuffle? Is he still there?
No.
Who's the bench coach? Who's the bench coach? You don't know?
I don't know. I don't know who that guy is.
Who's the Mets
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I mean, I know
he's probably the next going to be
Worthen, but I don't know who else is saying.
I don't
not-
care, but they need a fire under their asses.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you know
And
what?
they need to do something because this is absolutely ridiculous. How can this Met team with all this firepower, all this pitching power, underachieve like this
'Cause they're all
for
hurt.
the entire year so far?
3-2, bottom of the eighth. They scored.
I do think they
No out.
are going to go for a run. They're, 6.5 back of the wild card. I hope they make it, and I hope we put a consecutive streak of years going into the playoffs. But without the healthy arms, it's just not going to happen. Now, we got Travis d'Arnaud back. That's great. Don't even want him to play. I want Rivera to start. We're going to get Cespedes back next week. Lugo and Matz just got shelled.
Yep.
Shelled the other day.
Dick Scott is the bench coach.
Do you know what intra-manager spells for me? You're not going to win anything. But let's talk about the bigger question in the room, which is Amed Rosario. The Super 2 deadline has passed. The team is riddled with DL bodies. After winning both of those series against the Braves and the Cubs, what better time to bring up the number one prospect in the Mets farm system? He'll have no pressure to be the savior like he would have if we called him up a couple of weeks ago when the team was absolutely floundering. And maybe he gives us a Conforto-like spark like they had in 2015. Wouldn't you agree that now is the time to bring this kid up?
If now isn't the time, I don't understand when a justifiable time would be, because the guy in front of him is Jose Reyes, correct?
Right.
So he's hitting below 200. He's below the Mendoza line.
Yep.
He's played fairly every game, over 60 games, and he's hitting under 200. So there's just no reason to not do it other than being afraid of him not being ready. If they know for sure, they're scouts, they don't feel confident. I don't know what his AAA numbers are. I don't know how he's
Last time I
doing.
checked, he was hitting .335 in the minors.
And how's his glove?
His glove is immaculate. His glove is unbelievable. They're projecting him to be a perennial all-star, and they're projecting him to be a Gold Glove shortstop. How are you not bringing up Amed Rosario right this second?
There's no reason not to.
You have Jose Reyes that listen, his natural position is shortstop. I know he's not the Reyes of 06. I know he's still speedy. But there's no reason that you can't put the future of the Mets up there. And like you said, you don't want a guy that's hitting close to the Mendoza line, under the Mendoza line. Right now, he's batting 7th. He's batting 7th right now. So you're not losing anything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it did not beat a dead horse. Don't you think Amed needs to be called up, like, immediately?
Yeah, you might as well let him get his reps in now. It's not like they're, a game and a half out of first where you're throwing him into a really clutch situation where he might not come up big and he might struggle and he might lose his confidence. So let him come up. It's not a do-or-die situation right now, but they are still in it. So if you can get that boost from a kid like that, I couldn't understand why you don't do it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And, like you said, I want to see the next 2 weeks. I want to see Amed Rosario come up. We were chatting about him a couple weeks ago. It's time to bring him up. It's time to go into the future a little bit, look into the crystal ball and say, do we have a shot? And I think you're going to see that over the next 2 weeks.
And Rosario hits one out to right center field. It's deep. Back in the gap near the wall. It's out of here! Amed Rosario with his first Major League home run. And it gives the Mets the lead in the 9th inning.